Welcome to my top 10 horror movies of all time. This video was inspired by Bluntstill's video. He did his top 30 or top 31, which I was going to do, but I realised it was taking too long, so I thought I'd just cut it down to my top 10. So yeah, I'm going to just do my top 10, and yeah, we're going to see where it goes from there. So yeah, let's go. So firstly, at number 10 is the original classic Halloween. John Carpenter's Halloween, one of my favourite movies of all time. I just love it. Michael Myers is such someone in the shadows, and when you see him, that scary mask, like holy shit. It's a movie. It's something amazing they did with this movie, and really one of my favourite slasher movies. It just nails that slasher theme, and I remember seeing it for the first time and it's scaring the fuck out of me. Definitely that wardrobe scene. I would say that moment really fucked me when I first saw it, that movie. Yeah, but Michael Myers, like, to me, is definitely one of my favourite slasher icons. He's done so well in this movie. Like, he is scary, he is a threat, you know, you don't fuck with him. But yeah, just amazing. Then there, at number 9, we got ISIL The Devil, which is a Korean horror movie. It's basically a cop who's hunting a serial killer. His wife ends up getting killed by this serial killer, so this detective cop goes after him, and instead of killing him, he plays a cat and mouse game with him. And holy shit, this movie is fucking amazing. I remember seeing this for the first time and just blow my mind, because I saw all I knew about, like, two of my favorite Korean actors are in this movie. They're the leads, and they're just amazing. Definitely the first confrontation between the detective and the serial killer, I loved it. That is one of my favourite scenes in the movie, and just how it just moves on from that, and just this cat and mouse game back and forth between these two. It's amazing. Yeah, amazing movie. At 8, we got the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is my favourite slasher movie. I just love this movie. This movie actually grew on me. Like, but first time I saw it, I didn't love it. I didn't think it was amazing. But then every time I've just watched it, it just gets better and better for me. I just think the amazing, iconic shots, just how grimy it is compared to the other slashers in the genre for its time, and just chainsaws always do it for me. Just seeing a kill by a chainsaw, I love it. Definitely the scene, definitely the death with the dude in the wheelchair, I'll just say that is amazing. The scene, the family scene around the table, is one of the best horror moments ever in any movie. I love that scene. And just an amazing movie overall, and the ending, I love it. So yeah. 7 is Reanimated. I love Reanimated. It's just a brilliant movie. Basically, this guy, he wants to be a doctor, but he's like a trainee kind of, he's in school trying to learn, be a doctor or whatever. I think it's a doctor. But yeah, but on the side, he's like experimenting with, trying to bring the dead back to life. And yeah, well, you can expect where things go from there. It doesn't go right for him, and yeah. This movie is crazy good. It's freaking amazing. Definitely, I just love, like, the soundtrack to this movie is amazing, but it's just the performance. Definitely Jeffrey Combs as the main actor, like, is freaking amazing. Just seeing him getting more unhinged as the movie goes along is freaking amazing. He just, starting with, like, I think it's a cat. He brings a cat back to life, and yeah, and that goes all the way wrong. Definitely the scene with the dude who's lost his head, how he comes back to life, and he's got his own daughter, and he's making his daughter do some fucked up shit. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it wasn't. And that the whole ending to the movie is great. Yeah, I loved it. I love this movie. So yeah. Then we got 6, Devil's Rejects. Probably one of the most modern movies I have on this list. I love The Devil's Rejects. It's Rob Zombie's best movie. Like, I remember, like, around the time I watched this movie, it was around the time that, like, a lot of mainstream media news were calling these kind of movies, you know, torture porn. I remember that thing, you know. Hostel was around this time. What else was the Hills Have Eyes remake was around this time, and and I think Saw maybe was around this time. They're calling them kind of movies, you know, torture porn. And yeah, and I remember going and seeing this on the big screen. You know, I saw House of 1,000 Corpses on the big screen, saw Devil's Rejects. Both amazing movies. You know, great movie. Well, you know, I think House of 1,000 Corpses is great, but I think Devil's Rejects is amazing. And yeah, I remember seeing it and just loving it, and you know, rewatching it, and just all the quotable lines out of that movie. I just love. Basically, you know, it's a sequel to House of 1,000, you know, Corpses. And basically, this family who do fucked up shit. 3 of the characters from this family are on the run. Basically, they're on the run, and yeah, that's the movie. And they do some fucked up shit along the way. That's the best I could explain it. But there's so many good lines in the movie. Like, I remember where Otis is in the desert with them guys trying to get some weapons or something, and you know, and he does this fucked up shit to these characters, you know, and then he says this thing. He says, "I'm the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work," you know. Or when the clown, you know, he needs to get to him, and he needs a car. He hasn't got a car, so he goes to this mother in his clown makeup. He goes, "Yeah, I need to borrow your car," and he's doing it in a jokey way, and she's like, "What? What did you say?" And then he puts it on his serious face. He said, "Did I stutter, bitch?" Moments like that are just friggin' amazing. There's the whole scene in the motel, which is fucked up. Some fucked up shit goes along there, man. Like when Otis has the woman and he's got the gun and he puts it down her pants and that, and yeah, it starts to get fucked up, man. It gets into some really fucked up places, but holy shit, the movie is amazing. So yeah, and I'm so excited for the sequel, which is what is it called, 3 from Hell. I'm worried about how they're going to continue the ending, because the ending is perfect to that movie, but how are they going to continue it from there? I'm worried about that, even though I've seen the trailer, which kind of explains how they're going to do it. I'm still worried, but so excited for that movie. But yeah. So number 5 is The Shining. It's a classic. You know, it's a movie that Stephen King doesn't like, which is based on his property. Stanley Kubrick directed, you know, the famous Stanley Kubrick. And it's just such an amazing movie. Like, you got this family stuck in a hotel with nothing to do, and the boredom leads, you know, main character Jack down this really dark path, and yeah, it gets really messed up. He ends up, like, you know, wanting to kill his family and that, and yeah, it's just great. The imagery is so amazing in this movie as well. You know, with the twins and that, and there's a sequel coming out, which I'm kind of like, I haven't, like, I need to read these novels. I need to read the original Shining novel, and I need to read the sequel, and the sequel's Dr. Sleep or whatever. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. Like, it could be cool, but you know, I'm not that excited for it. So you know. Also, like it's a sequel to the book, but like, is it a sequel to the movie? Because the movie's different from the book. It's really, that's something I'm really confused. Even though they use imagery from the Shining movie, so yeah. Number 4 is The Evil Dead. classic. You know, I could either went Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2. I think they're both amazing. Like, Evil Dead 2 is basically a remake of the first one anyway. But I think because I have so many memories watching the first one. I remember watching on friggin' VHS, you know, watching that. Remember the trailers before. I just loved rewinding. There was a certain trailer on there. I never saw the movie to it. There was a movie, and it looked really fucked up. Yeah. But the movie, I just love the movie, you know, reading the book, you know, unleashing this, you know, evil into the cabin, in the woods, basically, with his friends, and he's got to kill his friends, basically, and, you know, the chainsaw, you know, the classic chainsaw, the friggin' tree rape scene. When I first saw that, I was like, what the fuck is this? You know, that's so fucked up, man. But yeah, and, you know, Bruce Campbell as, you know, Ash, and who became this legend, you know, it's so good, Evil Dead's so good. 3 is Deep Red, which I watched for the first time last year. It's Dario Argento. I've only seen a couple of his movies, so, you know, it's not saying much, but Deep Red really blew me away. I was not expecting how much this movie's gonna, you know, how good this movie was gonna be, and it turned out to be amazing. You know, it's a giallo movie, 70s, I think it is. You know, slasher kind of movie. Yeah, and you got these two characters trying to find out who's, you know, killing these people. Yeah, and then you start going down this they start going this rabbit hole, find out all this mystery and everything, and the ending and the explanation to it is just free. I loved. There's so much cool and creepy image in this movie. I just love it. I love Deep Red. So yeah. 2 is House, or Houseu, a Japanese horror movie. You know, gotta include my Asian cinema in this list. It's a haunted house horror movie, and I love the concept of haunted houses. I think that's awesome, but the execution sometimes just doesn't do it for me, and this movie does. Instead, it's wacky, man. This is a wacky horror movie, and I love that. It just goes down this really trippy, creepy kind of way, and I love it. Basically got these girls staying with one of their grandmas, I think, for the holidays or something, and yeah, and they go into they first reach town and something's off, and they get to the house, and yeah, a bit off, and then over time you start seeing this wacky shit happen, and the cat on the wall and everything, and you see these weird and fucked up and trippy deaths. It's awesome. It's a 60s, 70s movie, so yeah, it's a hell of a time, I'll tell you that, but I personally love it, so yeah. And number 1, my favourite horror movie of all time is John Carpenter's The Thing. This movie is perfect to me. It just nails the loneliness, the paranoia, when you're isolated somewhere. I love that. You know, John Carpenter's character is freaking amazing. Like, most of the characters in this movie is amazing. And just seeing, like, The Thing, basically, for the first time is so weird. Like, it just transformed into people or animals, you know, the dog scene and that. But my favourite scene has to be when they're testing the blood. That scene nails the whole movie for me. It's just like paranoid who it is. They got people tied up and they're testing the blood, and they know if the blood bounces up, then you're the thing. So yeah. But yeah, and the ending to this movie is perfect. There's that prequel remake kind of movie which do not see. That thing is shit. Definitely bad. But this movie, holy crap, you know, it's one of my favourite John Carpenter movies. Actually, it is my favourite John Carpenter movie. This is my favourite horror movie of all time. It's amazing, and yeah. So yeah, that is my top 10 horror movies of all time. Gotta thank Bluntzilla to making his video, just inspiring this video, so yeah. But anyway, thanks for watching this video. Bye.